I'd like to talk a little bit about our new 621G XR. It will be replacing our 621F XR. That is approximately, I think, around 16,000 hours. That one's a 2016 model. They spend their life at our feedlot loading mixer wagons all day. Primarily loading mixer wagons. So, not the most severe conditions, but they are. It's not rock, concrete. You're not demolition. You're not in a gravel pit, but it's more or less the chaff and the dust and the corrosive juices from silage that'll just eat a loader to nothing. But we've had really good luck with that last loader. Very minimal problems with it. It's been a very good loader. So we used to run Deere loaders, but our Deere construction dealer, that was the main issue, was the dealer. You'd call, hey, I got a problem with my loader, need to come look at it. Well, we're a week and a half out. It's like, well, it's got to feed cows tomorrow morning. Well, we're a week out. So that's why we went with Case. The dealer's closer, and they are an ag and construction dealer, so they know the urgency of it's got to go right now. So yeah. So we'll start a little walk around here. One thing I like about Case loaders, and they have been, I think, since the E series, is the one piece. Well, not quite, but it's, gets most of the hood up out of the way. I think the only one who does a full hood is JCB, and we have 2 of those wheel loaders, and we'll never own another one. It's kind of nice, electric lift. I thought it was kind of frivolous. I was like, we really need that. And then the salesman explained to me, he's like, it's a really cheap option to get that electric lift versus the guy slamming the hood over and over and over, and then it cracking, and then you going, well, I'm going to buy a new hood. He says it's just cheaper to put the electric one on, and it's controlled every time. And I believe him, because we got some stuff with not electric lift, and hoods are cracked because guys are slamming them all the time. So one might say, well, what if it's dead battery? Well, jump post right here. Not like you got to pop the hood to get to them. They're right there under the latch. So, out of the way. Servicing this loader is very easy. One thing I like right down here, engine oil, coolant, hydraulic. All the drains are right there. We have never once had an issue with them coming loose, getting broke off, getting hit. One thing I would say is probably vandalism is a lot easier with them being right there, but you can get a cover to bolt on there and lock or whatever you want. But that makes it really nice to service. It's quick. It's just right there. Everything's ground level. Air filter, oil filter there, hiding down in there. It is it's really not that bad. Engine oil check right there. Fuel filters. One thing I do like is you have to lift the hood to put diesel in it, which, right here. Dipstick's right there. So I do like that part. Def is right there. So this is our first one that is Tier 4B. They're Tier 4 final. Our other ones are all Tier 4A, so they're just SCR only. So, yeah. What they did change on these models, the G, is they went all your evaporators, heater, and air conditioner are outside of the cab in this bubble right here. And I noticed, I think Caterpillar did that as well. They're all outside, which in the conditions that they are in out at the feedlot, they get plugged. They just do. It just happens. It's more or less the drains get plugged, and then the evaporators get plugged. But nice, nice filter here. Really easy to get to. We've learned that if it's easy to get to, it's more likely to get looked at and checked. So, yeah. But I think there's 4 bolts, 5 bolts to hold that cover on. And it all comes off and everything's right there. You don't got to tear apart your cab to really do much. So, yeah. Transmission filters. Pretty easy to get to right there. Hydraulic transmission. So, yep. We will be taking the bucket and coupler off and putting on our old loader. And we have just a pin-on bucket with a grapple. So yeah, all it does is load mixers. So a coupler is just one more spot for things to get loose. So we just always take it off, put that bucket on. This one will be going on our old loader, which will kind of be passed down the line for light duty, unloading trucks, scraping corrals, alleyways, stuff like that. I've had the opportunity to put probably 10 hours on this, just doing dirt work. I don't run a whole lot of wheel loader much anymore, so it's nice to kind of get out and play with them before they get handed over to their main guy. So the loader that this is replacing has had the same operator in it, I'd say, for probably 98% of its life. So full LED light package, work lights, road lights, hazard lights, everything. So we always go with the extended reach models, just because it eliminates the need for a ramp, or it just gets extra reach. And we're not lifting, like I said, not lifting gravel all day, so you can, it handles the extra. The smaller frame, smaller machine handles the extra reach quite well. So, yep. Transmission sight gauge and fill, very easy to access. So, like I said, our Deere's always had a whole bunch of guards and stuff on the side of the frame there, and it was just one of those things when it came time to service. It was just one more step to get there to change a filter or something. So it's just nice having it open. I think you can get them for these, but we never do. And then it's easier to clean off too. Stuff just doesn't get packed in there. And yeah, feedlot and dairy guys will know what I'm talking about. Construction guys, like it maybe logging, but like dirt work, gravel, I don't think you really have an idea what we're talking about when things get packed in there like that. So it just happens in the conditions they're in. One thing I do like about case construction or case loaders is the cooling cube, so to say. I think I gotta close the. I'm gonna have to. Oh no! Oh, you can do it. The cooling cube. No coolers are stacked. It's just one big cube, and we very rarely ever have issues with overheating. Nice thing, hydraulic tank is in there, so easy to fill. Kind of bugger to fill, but it's not bad. So, but yeah, everything's stacked. Nothing is stacked. How's that? Everything's like that. Really good cooling system on these. We really like them, especially at the feedlot and the conditions they are in. So, yep. Let's get down here. What I like about this nice big walkway to get back here to look at everything, even with the door opening in the way, still really accessible to get back here. And just like it just makes it easier to brush your screens off, you know, do all that kind of stuff. Actually, open these back up here. Forgot one. These just lift up out of the way here. And you check your hydraulic level there too, which there's a hole cut out for it there, but yep. So, really like that. There we go. There. Squeeze back in here. Alright. Complete redesign cab. This is a really nice cab. I really like it. Got rid of the console here with all your instrumentation. Moved it over here to that one screen. Really opened up the visibility there. Nice tilt column here. Well, most of the ag stuff has a button on the floor, but I can see that just get in the way here. So, but it is nice. Nice tilt wheel there. You know, typical forward into reverse. 1, 2, 3 drive. Lots of defrosting vents. Doesn't care. Cold weather, doesn't care. Cows gotta get fed. So, yep. You know, wipers, etc. going on over here. Work lights or road lights. Work lights are over there. 2 horn buttons. There and there. Sure, why not? So, yeah. Nice, good release for the door. Nice catch and release for the door there. I really like that. Our JCB wheel loaders, the door only opens up to there. And so, you know, sometimes I prefer guys around with the door shut, but I'm not the one running it all day. So sometimes they just want to have the door open, sure. But the JCB, it sits open like this. And if your gas shock is a little weak, the thing flops around. Or if it's open and they drive next to a stack, the door sticks out a foot further than the tires do. So we got one that needs a door. It ain't getting a door. We fixed it. Because I don't know if you're familiar with JCB parts on older machines. It's like, oh, I could buy a new door or just go buy a new compact car. So that's what I like about, yeah, I think Deere, Case, Cat, all your mainstream brands of loaders, they all latch back 180. So now I'm not really familiar with Cat equipment. They're really not that strong in the ag world over in this area because the dealer has got that construction mentality, which they do. It's cat equipment, but so, and they're a little more expensive, but it's mostly Case and Deere, more Case than Deere here in this area. So in the ag stuff, in the ag part. You know, construction, it's all Caterpillar or Deere in Case, just whatever that people want, I guess. But so, anyways, back to what I was going with. All the control, or your main joystick here, is on the armrest. That is really nice. You know, nice adjustable. You know, pretty simple. There's no knobs to loosen, and if you just click up, release down. Very, very simple. Fuse box, and they give you a nice layout here. Easy to get to. You're not standing on your head trying to read. You know, down. It's not down there in that hole. It's just nice here. Now, I think I did it on another video. You have to razz them for making it so easy to get to. It's like, oh, I was expected to blow fuses a lot. This is a little jab. This is a joke. No big deal. 12 volt. USB and auxiliary. Very popular these days. I mean, yeah. There we go. What I like about this, simple. It's not in the screen. It's not push buttons down here. It's up here. Very easy to work with. You know, easy defrost. Rear defroster. Yeah. Nice. All LED on this thing. Everything's LED. So, but yeah. Hands-free Bluetooth. Nice Jensen heavy duty. I have been there and done that with Pioneer, Alpine, stuff like that. Radios for equipment. It just, you don't work, or you can't read them. The buttons are so small. But so, you know, I came factory with that. But that's what I try to put in everything, is the heavy duty stereos. Big buttons, easy to read display. So, control panel, very easy to work with. Big buttons. They don't look that big, but they stick out. They're, you know, easy. You know, you could do that with big winter gloves on. So, you know, pretty much standard stuff every wheel loader has. Ride control, return to dig, float, hydraulic lockout, quick coupler, work lights, auto shift. One thing I do like about how Case has their forward neutral reverse setup here is, obviously park brake has to be off. Then you have to activate it here. And the park brake is still on until you select what way you want to go here. So, our JCB loaders, it just has has kind of the same setup here. But if your handle is if this is left in forward, this one won't work. You'll spend 5 minutes just chasing your tail back and forth with neutral, everything's good to go. This one here, this one still works over here, but as soon as you use this one, it shuts it off, which I like. So this one could be, see, it could be going reverse there and go to forward over here, and this one just kind of takes over the whole system here, your main one. So try like that. The JCB, it will not, and I don't know if they're correct. They're older machines, but they get crossed up between the two, and it's just colossal pain in the butt sometimes. So HVAC, a lot of power, and I wouldn't say it's loud. I mean, I wouldn't say the fan's really loud, but you can hear it. Nice cup holders. 1, 2. Little cubby here, little net here for whatever you want. Camera bag here out of the way. Nice one here. I like that. A lot of big storage going on there. Any little hook for your bungee cord here. Hold your lunchbox down, but if you need to hold your lunchbox down, you're getting stuff done. Another nice little cubby there. So, sunshade, mirrors. We don't really do electric mirrors on stuff. Well, obviously pickups, tractors mostly come with them standard now. But stuff like this, it has one operator all the time, and just easier that way. So this screen is really easy to use, easy to read, really neat. It takes everything from down here on the small LCD like it was before, puts it up on this nice big one here, but it's got a lot more stuff too. I mean, rear camera, that's pretty cool. But you know, give it one good day at the feedlot, and okay, maybe about one day. Give it a week, and it'll be so dirty. But you know, we've never had one with a bag of camera, so you might stay pretty clean. Might be real handy. But I really like this screen here. You can do so much here. You know, I don't even think the guy will bring his laptop out to diagnose. You can diagnose quite a bit here yourself before you even call him. You know, so you got your engine. You go in here. You know, you can select all your power modes. Auto seems to be there for a reason. I've learned on a lot of stuff. It does what it's supposed to. Auto settings are really nice sometimes. You know, working idle, you can bump your idle up. You know, there we go. So that's pretty cool. But I like it down low, turn down here. The guy who runs it, he can set all that. You can change your idle there too. Go back to transmission. You can do all that on the other one. It's just knowing how to get to it on the F models and the E models. It's just knowing how to get into it to use it. Sorry. But where I really like these, you know, if you're in a concrete plant or asphalt plant, you know, you can, so you got an operator that really likes to get after it, well, you can tone him down a little higher, you know, making so you can only go to third gear. And you can put a passcode in here to lock everything out too. So, fan, we really like this option. Yeah, you can get reversible fans on deer, cat, and all that, but with that cooling cube, I think that's what they call it. Oh, you just, you know, you can set all your intervals here. You know, probably have it down here at dang near 10 minutes, and the duration run it for 30 seconds. You know, just the conditions that those running out here. They just be, yeah, keep it nice and clean. Auxiliary hydraulics. Now we do always, the bucket that we put on has a grapple on it, and it's not so much the pressure, the working pressure that the loaders have, it's how fast the flow. And it's, you know, we always tear up the grapples. It's not because they're getting all of the pressure, it's how fast they move, how fast they accelerate, and how hard they're hitting stuff when they're closing them. So this is really nice because this is all electric over hydraulic now. The whole hydraulic system is, and it takes some getting used to. It's a different feel. But here's your third valve roller now, but instead of another lever here, nice little thumb wheel. But you can set your auxiliary flow here, which will be really nice. That'd be really nice. Slow it down quite a bit. So don't have it on here, so I haven't set it yet. Let's go back. Oh. Diagnostics. Nothing, obviously. But you can go in and look. You can do it on the other one, but it won't tell you what's what. All your maintenance intervals here. Really, really nice. So, yep. Speaking of maintenance, case, if you buy it new, it comes with what they call Pro Care, 3-year, 3,000 hour maintenance included. Now, I'm going to call it 1 year, maybe about 8-9 months, 3,000 hour, because that's about what will happen. Sensor status. You go like throttle pedal here. That's nice. Yeah, you can do a lot of your diagnosing yourself. Saturday morning, Sunday morning, realistically. Everybody's closed. You don't want to make a service call. You know, if you're savvy enough, you can get in here and do a lot of stuff yourself without having to call anybody. You know, it might just be, oh, hey, this is unplugged. You know, yeah, you can see, oh, your def take temp sensor is bad, or you know, whatever you got here. So, so that's what I like about it. You know, hydraulics, same thing. I like it gets all your pressures right here. Like I said, you know, really gets rid of the whole diagnosing thing, makes it really easy. So, service brake pressure, you know, push your brake pedal. I like that. And it gives you your brake pedal position, too. So, you know, electric over hydraulic controls. Nice thing, too, setting your return to dig and all that, you don't have to go out and move magnets and adjust stuff like you used to. It's all your proximity sensors. You know, you get it to where you want, and you just, there's a button sequence. I read it in the manual and I've used it. I forgot it already, but you know, but move the bucket, changes your angles, gives you your bucket angles, and then your boom joystick. You know, I'm at 100%, or you know, you can, which is really cool. Then your bucket, then your auxiliary too. So, transmission, same thing. You know, gives all that. You know, you can see if your transmission output speed sensor, then your input speed. So, no, really, really cool. You know, auxiliary steering, pressures, joystick steering, which we do not have. Really no need for it. Not in it. Yeah, you're in it for 30 minutes, out of it for 20. You know, going to mix. And so if you're in it all day, I could see, but it just gets in the way because you're in and out of it all the time. Really, like I said, really nice screen here. You do a lot of stuff with this thing. So you go in and look at all your software versions. Really neat. So, yeah. Nice, and it's like it's not touchscreen. Now, some might be going, "Oh, that's not touchscreen." Well, but it's. I like it. It's not. I like that it's not touchscreen. You know, touchscreen stuff has its place, but touchscreens are usually a little softer. So it's nice and it's nice and hard. So not going to get broken or scratched. Shouldn't get broken or scratched. So you can access your camera here. You can put your grid lines on it. So those are, I guess. Get your other gauges here are your reset. Yeah, just anything you want to know. You know, see how much the guy's sitting around idling. So, nice little window here. I like that it has just a little spot to crack it. Boom, easy, nice, simple latch. Not, you know, not a door latch style. Just easy, simple, and it's got the nice handhold here once you latch it open. And it's got enough spring. You almost don't have to, but you got a nice handle there. So, yep, really nice machine. Really like it. Been looking forward to putting some hours on it. Not me, but a feedlot. Putting some hours on it. Not wearing it out, but using it like it should be. So, yeah, we'll and I'll walk around our other one next week sometime once we get it. I can't have both here at the same time because something's got to go feed cows. So, but I'll have it here. Do a walk around the other one. So, we get ride control on all of our machines now, just because it's nice. So, quiet. Here we are, full throttle. Can't hardly hear nothing. Really like it. Our dealer, Central Machinery Sales in Moses Lake. He orders all of his wheel loaders, if it's an option, with ride control, heavy duty axles, third valve, and quick coupler kits, so to say. We learned that on one machine. We were like, oh, let's put a third valve in. We bought a used 821F. We're like, we'll put a third valve in it. We didn't need it, but hey, we'll have it. I think at the time of, I honestly, don't quote me, but I think when it was at the factory as a factory option, it's like $400. To get it put in afterwards, it's like $3,000. So, but yeah, he orders everything. So there's no surprises like that. If the guy comes in and says, oh, I want a third valve, well, it's already got it. Heavy duty axles, diff lock. Yeah, he does them upright. He's a good guy, good place to work with. So, like I said, does all his loaders right. And the salesman used to be a mechanic on them. Still wrenches on them. If it was Sunday and I had a problem, I couldn't get anybody in the shop, he'd come out himself. So I'd give him a call. Central Machinery Sales, Moses Lake, Washington. So, yeah.